Once again, it's time for the Team Lift podcast with your hosts, Brandon Bowie and Roderick McDaniel. Let's go ahead and get right into the show. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Roderick McDaniel, here, coming with a brand new episode. I think this is going to be episode number 11 of the Team Lift podcast. Today, we're joined in the studio with the grumpiest man in the world, Mr. Brandon Bowie. What's up, Brandon?
I hate you so much.
That's your new nickname. Shut the hell up and enjoy it. and because having a guest in the studio has worked so well for us, we brought in another gentleman today, real good friend of ours, good friend of the show, Mr. Nick Valdez. How you doing, Nick?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, bro, I'm doing awesome, man. I am going to explain something to you. You know, the most interesting man in the world is the guy on the beer commercials.
Yeah.
Brandon is the
Watch him every day.
grumpiest man in the world.
In a commercial.
Yeah. If you could get a beer
see me,
commercial,
but I'm
as
flipping everybody off
commercial?
right now in this
I
room.
want you to have a beer commercial as the grumpiest man in the world.
Maybe we get Natty Light or
I don't
Coors
even
Light.
like beer. That's the thing.
I know, that would be so
Fuck
beautiful.
beer.
You would just be like, I don't even drink this horse piss. The grumpiest man in the world. That's you, bro.
I don't drink piss often, but when I do, I'm grumpy about it. Whoa!
I like my own brand.
Done with you, man. All right, so we're going to get into this, man. We got some great stories. Nick, I don't know if you've ever played this game. We play a game on the show called Pick Brandon's Brain. When we have a guest, we like to pick the guest brain. So, Nick, Brandon,
Pick my brain.
We're going to be picking your brains today over some topics. Our first story is one that makes the grumpiest man in the world a little too happy.
Look at his face right now. Look at it.
He
Look
is
at it.
smiling so uncontrollably. A mall security bot knocks down Tyler, breaks Asimov's first law of robotics. Asimov?
Yeah, there's 3 laws.
I, for
Broke the first
one,
one.
welcome our robot overlords.
I know you
Yeah.
have been saying that ever since the story even got mentioned to you. You were just happy about the robot overlords coming. So what happened is there's this it's a mall security bot. Now, I've never seen mall security bots, but this thing is about 5'5", weighs 300 pounds, and
He's a stocky mofo.
it really is. It's a linebacker, and this
Yeah.
thing trundles about on wheels and uses like sensors and cameras to monitor its environment.
Okay.
Human security guards can direct it to certain locations to see what's going on, and the bot is supposed to report any unusual activity to a central guard station.
Mm-hmm.
This all sounds wonderful, and this company named Nightscope Incorporated created this advanced physical security system. Okay, that's what they call it, and it can be operated. I guess this is the K5 model.
Yeah.
It can be operated for $6.25 an hour, so it's less than minimum wage.
Less
to
than minimum
employ
wage.
this. Yes,
Really?
Yeah.
it ran over a kid.
You're going to be replaced by robots. Everybody is.
But
It's
yeah,
just going to take some time.
I don't know if people are ready for a robot that runs over a little kid.
How old was this
Hey,
kid?
look.
He was 16 months old.
16 months old? A linebacker run over a 16-month-old kid.
Yeah, so here's what
Going
happened.
like maybe 2 miles an hour. I mean, it was less than walking speed.
That was like...
With the
That kid's probably ran into trash
What is
cans
the kid
before that were
doing?
standing still.
Okay, let's break this down. The
Okay.
kid was running toward the robot because he saw it and thought it was cool. The robot was like, fuck you,
It's
human
like,
kid.
bitch, get off me.
and
He
he
just didn't see him.
it was a sensor. It didn't pick him up. He
Okay,
just
yeah.
like, boop, hit the kid and ran over
Yeah,
his foot.
realistically, 16 months old, the sensor is probably, what?
There's probably no sensors.
Yeah,
To me,
below-
you think you should have some bottom sensors.
I would think
because
so.
300 pounds runs over your foot. You're going to feel that.
Yeah.
That's the K6 version. That's K5.
Yeah, that's the K6. Okay, the K5 does not give a damn about little kids, and it ran over the kid's foot, didn't break any bones, just a little bit of, you could tell there was a red mark on the kid's leg.
Damn.
Did you see this picture of this red mark?
But 300 pounds? Should break something.
Yeah, it did not break anything, man. It
Poor
just
kid.
kind of knocked the
Kids are
kid down
resilient,
and
yeah.
he cried, is what they said. The parents just said he cried a little and then he was done. But
Just stupid robot. I didn't want to see him anyway.
people have jumped all over this and saying, that it broke the first law of robotics, which is you should not harm humans or bring harm to humans.
I mean, those are real
I
laws.
think that they should have just painted it like R2-D2. Because other than...
The kid might have tackled it at that point.
But then that would definitely be the kid's fault then.
Yeah,
That's true,
you're
too.
probably right.
Okay, that's true. But
That's true.
here's my thing, man. Now, this here it happened in the Stanford Shopping Center in Silicon Valley. So this isn't like some
It happened
in
in the US of
Singapore or
A.
somewhere. This is in the U.S. This happened.
This is like one incident.
I'm waiting
It's
for the day
very
that you put him in.
isolated. I mean, have you ever heard of a story like this before?
No.
The only other incident that you could even bring that would even be close is the recent story from Tesla, where the Tesla car basically disregarded the lights on the top of a tractor trailer that was crossing the road during auto drive, and the human being was not paying any attention to it. In fact, they found a running DVD player in the car with a DVD in it, so she was obviously not paying attention at all to what was going on.
They're watching porn.
And the car's auto drive system collided with the truck and killed her. That's the only other instance of something artificial intelligence. I mean, and that's the thing, is it's not even really artificial intelligence in the Tesla, because it's not making decisions. It's using a decision tree to judge what it should be doing. And that's kind of, I guess, lulled them into a false sense of security, and they stopped paying attention, and somebody died.
Well, we see the picture of the Tesla guy sleeping.
Yeah.
The guy was
Playing
asleep
chess.
and the car was driving.
Completely not what you're supposed to do. In fact, the license agreement for using the autopilot system makes you agree that you have to keep your hands on the wheel at all times and keep aware of your surroundings. You can't just get in the car and let it drive and do whatever you want to. People are doing that, and they're risking their fucking lives.
Oh, yeah. But we knew that was going to happen. Why?
But yeah.
Because we're humans and we do dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, but man,
Try
this
out.
one here, I think my idea is I'm kind of cool with Paul Blart, Mall Robot. I'm kind of cool with this.
I
would
mean,
make a
I would
good
go see a
movie.
movie.
It would
if was about a
probably be
robot,
better
mall
than
cop.
the Mall Cop.
What did you
movie.
say, Grouchiest man in the world?
It said it would probably be better than Paul Blart Mall Cop.
I'm cool with
I
this.
mean, they made a sequel of that. How dare they?
Yeah.
they didn't use robots.
It did that good that it got a sequel. I'm sorry.
Did you watch them both?
I did not.
It
I have to be the sunshine to this grumpy ass bastard of a rain cloud next to me.
got a sequel for the same reason that Adam Sandler is still getting fucking movie deals at Netflix.
I can't even argue
Because
your
there's
logic.
there's some like small subset of a couple 100,000 people who they know we're gonna like it, and they know we're gonna buy into Netflix to get it, or they know we're gonna buy some shitty ticket at some dank stinky theater that's not the Alamo Drafthouse to go watch it.
Yeah, that's not an Alamo Drafthouse movie.
No, not at all.
It's not.
It's an Alamo Drafthouse movie if it's Master Pancake making fun of it, though.
Okay, maybe, but then again, here's the thing. Like, I watched a lot of movies at the Dollar Movie Theater in Round Rock on Maze. Yeah. There's some movies. Okay, this will say something. I couldn't even bring myself to go watch Batman versus Superman at the Dollar Movies. I couldn't do it. Like, I had free passes, and I still could not. First of all, I wasn't going to burn a free pass on a $2 movie.
No, yeah.
And then I couldn't still bring myself to go watch the movie because a certain little rain cloud of sunshine made the movie sound so bad to me that I was scared to go watch
terrible.
it. But I am getting the Blu-ray.
Coach, I still have not seen that movie.
Oh, join the party, brother.
But you know what? I'm tempted to go buy it tomorrow. Comes out tomorrow.
Yes, I'm getting the Blu-ray. I am getting it, and I told him I'm gonna watch it. We had the GD Batman on the show a couple weeks back, and she's convinced me to watch it. Just kind of go into it with my mind open. My brother said the same thing. Just go into it knowing what it is, with your expectations low, and you will not be disappointed. Okay. And I was like, okay, cool. So that's how we're going to approach it. Great. So let's go on to the next story. This one here also brings you a lot of happiness, Brandon. We're talking about in-game trading in Steam, and this relates to a story we covered a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so essentially there are a bunch of nefarious fucks on the internet who've decided that it's a good idea to create a website to allow you to trade CSGO items and put them up in a lotto, and then you basically, it's like gambling.
Right.
These items are worth real money. You gamble them on the site. You pull the lever. You might win. You might lose. Well, these nefarious fucks have not only put the site up, but then started advertising for the site as if they just found this great site to their millions of viewers, who are then going and making them shitloads of money. Which, like, that's an FTC violation. They're going to get fucked by the U.S. government. It's going to be amazing. But Steam has been accused of enabling this because they have an open API that you can use Steam logins, just like you can use Google logins or Facebook logins to log into their sites. And everybody's saying that Valve is enabling these sites. Valve's basically come out and said that they've sent cease and desist operations, cease and desist orders to these operations to stop this, and that they do not condone it at all, and that's not what the system was put up for, etc., etc. So Valve is trying basically to wash their hands of it. And I mean, it's about fucking time that they've actually done this, but I think it might be too little too late for them to not get out of it, or to get out of it without getting into some kind of a lawsuit.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Now, a lot of people may not know this. Nick, I don't know if you noticed, but episode ago, we were talking about some YouTubers who basically built this site, and it was five guys went in on this, and they built a site. It was gambling, all, Counter-Strike, CSGO. So it was kind of this whole thing.
Yeah.
And what they did is then they started talking on their shows, basically telling people, man, we found this great site. You should come check it out. These guys are doing this cool thing. And these guys are all million-plus subscribers. Every single one of them was a million-plus subscribers. So basically, we got 5 guys who just told 5 million people to go check out this one site. And it turns out these 5 guys own said site. And the federal government got involved. FTC disclosure, regulations. FTC has been real big in video games lately.
This, not just this with the CSGO thing. Last 2 or 3 years ago when Shadow of Mordor came out.
Yes. PewDiePie.
PewDiePie is a part of it, but the WB basically, or Warner Brothers basically paid a bunch of YouTubers to endorse their product, and specifically told them not to tell anybody that they were endorsing a product. And they had taken money for said endorsement. Now, even though the game was good, this is still an FTC violation, and Warner Brothers is getting some shit thrown at them right now about this. They're going to get fined heavily for it. So,
no, it's crazy. No, this whole thing is crazy. PewDiePie, kind of got messed up in that whole thing, but he was probably one of the biggest names in that whole thing for Shadows of Mordor. It's a hot mess. So now Valve is stepping up, and they're like, hey, we're going to do our part to get us out of this stink pot, because the FTC is really cracking down on YouTubers and paid endorsements, because according to this, and I don't know if you read it, but the FTC document, I was able to find it online. They have to make a giant part of, on YouTube, where we have our own YouTube page. If we were ever paid for an endorsement, it has to be in the tagline under the video. It has to clearly say, this is a sponsored tab. This is a sponsored video. So it's no longer just our podcast. It now becomes a commercial property for a said endorsement, since we're receiving money for it. It was just interesting to kind of get into the whole thing. But I think we've had this issue for a while, because the guys that sell coins in games that endorse this, they're the same dirtbags that, hey, buy these coins to play the games. I'd like to see the FTC break down on these guys. Yeah. Because you're endorsing websites
that's been going on for
years.
Yeah, for years.
Years. I mean, and it's in every sport game. There's no sport game. I don't care whether you're playing the 2K series.
It's not just sports game. I mean, it's everything. It's World of Warcraft. Any MMO that comes out is immediately day one flooded with China, Russia,
they hire these fuckers to go in there and get in a room, gold farm all day.
Gold farm all day long, and then not only are they doing that gold farming,
an hour. Yeah.
They're also buying usernames and passwords from sites that have been hacked, and then using those databases to try to log into other things, because a lot of people will use the same password on multiple accounts, which is fucking terrible. Don't ever do that.
You're still gonna do
but if they get your say your banking information, and your username and password for your bank is the same as your WoW account. You get into your WoW account, they steal all your fucking gold, they sell all your shit.
Yep.
They take that gold, they sell it to somebody else, and then they tell that other person, I need your username and password to log in to give you this gold, and then they log into that account, and they steal all the shit off of there, and they just keep doing it over and over again.
Rinse and repeat. Exactly.
And it's, man, I'm telling you, the FTC, if they really want to get serious about it, start cracking down on that and watch how many of these coin houses disappear.
Well, that's the thing is they could only crack down on the ones that are inside the continental United States. They can't crack down on ones that are in China or Russia or wherever.
And that's where probably most of them are held.
Oh, yeah, no. There's a chunk of them out there. So, man, this is going to get interesting. I'm going to kind of keep my eye on this. Brandon, I know you're going to be tracking this story because you were the one that brought it to us with the CSGO thing. So, cool. While we're on PC, let's keep going now. I know you...
Yeah, you keep flashing that.
VR. This thing has caught your attention. There's
Literally.
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Rick
VR.
and Morty VR.
Oh, God.
which you love.
Being made by the same guys who made Job Simulator.
Which I think is a fantastic
Which
game.
is Alchemy Games. Alchemy Games. Alchemy Games. That's the name of the studio. But yeah, so they've already put out an announcement video that's pretty funny. It's got a Plumbus in it.
Yes. Yeah, we kind of I've seen the video. It's on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you know, we need to get a video of this and put it on our page on Facebook. Maybe even get it on our Twitter page.
Yeah.
But definitely, guys, if you get a chance to see this, you probably want to watch this
Definitely
as
worth a
soon
watch.
as possible. Because I promise you, you haven't seen anything like this. No, the other one.
The other one?
They were
Wait,
showing,
oh, no, that's the one.
No,
that's
this
the
is
one.
the one.
they were showing this at a con, right? When is it released? When is it set?
I have no idea. I'm pretty sure it's probably in pretty early stages at the moment.
Yeah, because they haven't said anything other than they showed us the video, and it's kind of, the video is hilarious.
Yeah, the video's fantastic.
So I was just kind of like, we're going to watch into that. But I know you've gotten super excited this week in PC, but that was one of the big reasons you were excited. The other reason you were excited is two words. When the grumpiest man in the world gets excited, it's something to behold. But Terry Crews had this dude happy like it was Christmas morning.
He has joined the PC Master Race, and Mr. Grumpy Old Man Brandon over here was so happy.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, yeah.
I now get assaulted with memes all day.
Now? I've been doing that shit for months.
Old Spice memes?
But they're all now Old Spice memes turned into PC Master Race
PC Master Race.
memes. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
dude.
why am I having to see this all day? PC Master Race. That's all I have to hear now. So I thought that was cool.
It was
he
cool.
He did a live video
Yeah.
on Facebook, and he talked about he's getting into
And
it
he's,
with
and
his
he's doing
son.
it for his son, and I love that.
Freaking
Family man.
awesome. Yeah, he's gonna something me and my son can share in, but he's doing some sharing with his son at a lot higher value than most of our gaming.
I mean, he's
cohorts.
Terry Crews, so he's you know he's at a
He
got
got
a
Terry
little-
Crews money.
he's got
got
that
a
Terry
little
Crews-
bit of money.
He's got that Old Spice money.
How much is this rig worth, Brandon?
So his rig, including everything, so he got an Acer Predator X34, which is like a $1,200 monitor by itself, and then he got an HTC Vive, so that's another $800.
Right.
But with everything that he's got for the actual rig, like everything that he bought all at once, I think it was somewhere around $6,500,
Yeah.
$6,000, somewhere in
He
there.
went in hard.
Yeah,
He
Like,
went in hard.
He threw down.
Yeah,
Yes.
he did not play
fuck
around with that rig.
And the other cool thing is that he bought it all himself. He took no sponsorship, nothing. He went out and he researched it. He got the parts that he wanted to get to put the system together that he wanted to put together.
Yeah, and
Which
that was cool.
is
He
fucking
talks
awesome.
about that he's learning to do this.
Yeah.
He wanted to do this himself, and he just kind of, I mean, bro, he's
Oh, it looks like he put up a new video 2 hours ago. He
Oh.
So we got something in on Reddit. So he's got a new video. What was he talking about? Let's see.
Molex 4-pin adapter.
Oh my gosh.
It looks like he's just asking for like advice on putting things together.
Terry
So-
needs help.
Man,
Terry
dude.
Crews' family PC is almost done. He's got
Bro.
pictures of it and everything too. God damn
My
it.
gosh,
fucking
dude.
awesome.
That thing is gorgeous. I'm still not joining the PC Master Race, but Terry, you have you got me hyped, brother. So what is he on the PC Master Race Reddit page, subreddit? Why are we watching?
Yes.
No, here's what he sent me. This is what he sends me, and I know people can't see this. This is why we need to be on Twitch. This is the thing he sent me today, And it's just basically a scene from, what was that movie they did?
It's Expendables 2.
The Expendables. And
the second one.
Wasn't he in all three?
Yeah, he's in all.
He's in all three, but this one from the part 2 where Terry Crews is just mowing down soldiers, and it's a bloodbath. And every bullet he's firing out of his machine gun is saying stuff like 4K, high resolution, Vive, virtual reality, power. And it's just these bullets are just rilling everybody. And I was like, why did Brendan have to send me this at work today?
Because he
It's
is.
fucking great.
He is so happy that this man has become part of the PC Master Race. It is. I think it's cool though. I really.
It's fantastic.
And to see him on Reddit and him posting pictures of it, and he's asking questions of the community. The Reddit community has jumped into this 100% with him. They are all about helping Terry build this. So we got the videos. We're going to be watching it. Man, he's doing it big. He's doing it a little bit bigger than I could, but hey.
Now, I didn't see the whole video. Is the PC rig, is it for his son or is it for him?
This is his rig that he's showing.
His son is already a piece. So what happened was he got invited to the Electronic Arts event that they had at E3, and he got to play Battlefield 1, and he really liked it.
Yeah, I heard about that. He's like 40.
He went home and bought a rig, and this is him putting it together so he can play. So this is his rig for Battlefield 1 and for virtual reality and for playing the game.
And he had a blast with his son at the event because they were playing together, and he was like, this is really cool that we can kind of put on headsets and hang out and talk and play with each other. And I thought, man, bro, this is really a family man, dude.
Yeah.
He's 6.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I love my kids. I don't know if I love any of them $6,500 worth, man. I don't know about that much. Like, if I had that kind of money.
Maybe if you had the money.
Maybe if I had that kind of money, I would probably be like, hey, y'all, I got Terry Crews money. Everybody's getting a PC rig. We all just going to join the Master Race together.
Because I don't want to see you in real life, but I'll see you in virtual reality.
Yeah, I don't. You know what? I would play with my grandson, though. That's the only person I'm going to put in virtual reality.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to let him know we're playing Amnesia. Because that's the kind of grandpa I am. I just want to be able to have my daughter pay for therapy for it. That's all I want to do. Okay, so now this is the thing that got me excited this week. So I'm going to pick both of you guys' brains. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
You're both Marvel guys?
Marvel.
I'm Marvel if it's movies. I'm DC if it's television. Although Marvel has made some excellent
he is correct
TV
on that
shows.
because CW's got that on lock on DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys like the DC TV,
Correct.
Marvel movies. What about the comic books? Who are some of your favorite heroes? Were they more Marvel or?
It's
more Marvel.
A good mix.
Really, pretty good mix for you. I'm a pretty good mix. I split down the middle because I like the Justice League, but I always liked the Teen Titans. So I was kind of a really weird mix, but always had love for like Daredevil. Plus, I love Batman. So it's almost like I had a counterpart. Like I feel like Daredevil and Batman are very similar as far as their power mix.
Yeah.
So I just like how they, they're fist fighters, man. They're going to use their brain and their fist and beat you down.
Yeah.
And I like that about them. Marvel is doing a comic book series, and I don't know if you guys have been reading this whole thing, but there's a Civil War 2 is going on in the comics.
Heard about that?
I'm going to just say this. Not as excited about this comic book as I hoped I would be.
Yeah, that's the consensus I've been hearing so far.
Yeah, it's really
It's event fatigue. Like, there's just too many fucking.
It really
events.
is. But here's the thing: there's some cool things coming out of it. Yeah. We talked about it a couple episodes back. We talked about the young lady that's going to be taking over for Tony Stark in the Iron Man comics. So we're going to see a black 15-year-old girl as Iron Man or Iron Woman or Iron Person. I don't know what her name is.
She's going to be Iron Man.
Is she going to stay with the Iron Man?
She'll stay with.
I think they're saying it's going to still be called Is it the Amazing Iron Man series or Superior Iron Man? She's taking over for the Superior Iron Man series. Okay. So we're seeing some cool things. So there's been a youth movement of late in Marvel Comics. And one of the biggest things that happened was we had the new Avengers series. We had Ms. Marvel, who was Kamala Khan, the Muslim teenager from New Jersey, had recently kind of left. She kind of left the Avengers, let's say it like that. And now there's been some weirdness going on lately. So in the Avengers, it seems like over the comic book series, all the young people started leaving. So it was a really interesting story. Kamala was the first one to leave. Then Miles Morales, Spider-Man, being her best friend. She was crossing over in his comic book. Looked like he was going to piece him out because he was failing in school. It was a little too much pressure. Then Nova, the young teenager that plays Nova, also left. Then there's a Vision. Vision has kids. I don't know if you guys have been reading his comic book, The Visions, but it is a really well done comic book. Vision has a wife, 2 children, a son and a daughter. They're androids just like him.
Ah, okay.
So it's an android
I was
family.
wondering if this was like Scarlet Witch or if it was somebody else.
No, he has a Vision family, the Visions. They, pretty much look like him, and they live in the suburbs. The kids are in high school trying to lead a normal life. The comic book's really good.
Does he wear that sweater?
He does rock the sweater in the dress shirt combo. He looks so good in the comic. He is so damn GQ, man.
V-neck sweater. Yeah.
But we got Viv, his daughter.
Yeah.
She was going to be Avengers, and she left. And as you guys know, the X-Men kind of brought their teen versions of themselves up into the future. And there was this kind of craziness with time travel. And then we got stuck with the X-Men from the 60s, stuck in the present time, with the X-Men from present time having to see their younger selves. And they were like, what became of us? Well, Teen Cyclops has been running around with them. And also the Totally Awesome Hulk, which is the Korean kid.
Yeah.
So all these young people just started flooding into the Marvel Universe. And they were all Avengers, and now they all quit the Avengers. And it's kind of starting to make sense. This week, they made this huge announcement. There's been this publishing teaser since June, which showed all the teenage heroes. So it was Miss Marvel, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, the Totally Awesome Hulk, Nova, Vision, and Teen Cyclops all burning their Avengers membership cards, which is kind of weird. Why would you give me a library card to be in your team? It just seems...
I don't know.
It just seems kind of weird.
It's a symbolic thing. It's not really...
Yeah, I mean, does it get you like 15% off at like Subway or something? That would be kind of cool if my Avengers card got me
It's a
discounts.
Costco
I mean, my
membership.
Mexican card gets me like 20% off Home Depot. So
I like that card. I'm going to have to borrow it. I will borrow that card soon. So this is kind of cool. All these teen heroes told the Avengers to basically fuck off. They're coming with a comic book series for them. So they're
Fuck
going to
off
be
Avengers?
That would be the greatest name in Marvel history if there was the fuck off Avengers. But that's pretty much what these kids have done. They flipped the bird to the Avengers, and they're now going to be in a series called Champions. Thoughts? What do you think?
Champions.
Champions.
Sure.
I mean,
Queen is going to be their like theme music, I guess. That
That should be cool. But here's the thing that's so cool about Mark Waid is going to be the series creator for this. Now, if you guys know that name, Mark Waid, let's just say some of the greatest Daredevil comics ever written have that man's name on them.
Okay, so we got that going.
So I think the problem with all of these, with the exception of the new Iron Man, is that they're mostly people who are just literally just taking over for the other person. They're not independent characters who were developed in tandem and then eventually came into these powers. It's just like the new Hulk just got Bruce Banner's powers. The new Thor just got Thor's hammer. The new etc. just got etc's powers. Like the only one that's actually a character that was a character before they became the new Iron Man and is the new Iron Man on their own is the female that's coming in to be the new Iron Man. Yeah. Because she's actually, Reed Richards, Tony Stark, intelligent, and she built her own Iron Man armor from the ground up.
Yeah, she reverse engineered one of his armors and she took it.
Woo! It doesn't even have an arc reactor in it.
Yeah. She's going to be a prominent character in the future of the Marvel Universe. That genius level, we will be seeing that play in. The thing that got me, there were two characters in this comic that I kind of see had history. Miles Morales, was part of their other series that we've kind of folded these guys into the universe. So he is now part of the Marvel Universe now, and he's like swinging around with Peter Parker. So Miles Morales still was an alternate reality version of the Spider-Man story. Yeah. After Spider-Man, supposedly died in that universe, and then you see Miles coming to the powers. A lot of people balked. Why are we getting a black teenage Spider-Man? And then the comic book goes on to sell millions of copies. It was a great series. It was really well written. Vision came out of this whole thing, where Vision wanted a family and he created a family. So she's an original character, but still It's just a teenage version of Vision.
Yeah.
All right. Cyclops, the teen Cyclops brought from the past to the future, only guy that's had history in the Marvel Universe. But still, again, he's a teenager in the current times. This Cyclops is a totally different version than the jaded crybaby that we have leading the X-Men.
It's almost like what DC does with the Flash. You know how there's Barry Allen and there's Wally West and there's Bart Allen and like there's all of these versions of the Flash, and they all have the same exact power set, and they all got the power set exactly the same way. They're just different versions of the same character to try to appeal to different groups.
Yeah,
Whereas with Riri Williams, they actually
each time. Yeah.
brought in a character and then had her do her own thing and become her own thing. And even though that thing already exists, she comes to it in a very different way.
Right. Yeah. I'm going to pick up the series. I'm going to
Yeah.
pick it up mostly because of Mark's name being attached to it. If Mark's the series creator, this guy's given us more award-winning great comic books than he's not, so he's going to get a pass on this one. And plus, it's kind of cool. This is the first time I really remember seeing like a teen coming out of comics for Marvel, you know, in a while. It looks like their version of the Teen Titans.
Yeah, I mean those shows always did well on TV. I mean, of course,
Yeah.
it's TV, but still, I love Teen Titans and all the teen angst.
Oh yeah, but see the thing with Marvel, they always did with the Runaways was the young kids who were the children of supervillains. Then they had the Avengers. What was that? There was a series where some of them, like with Hulkling, when they killed the Avengers and those kid versions showed up. That was we'll let that be what it was. But some of those heroes are still around, surprisingly. So that's done well. Speaking of, you mentioned something, and it was cool. You mentioned the Flash there.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new uniform
Wally
for
West.
Kid Flash, for Wally West, for the series?
Dude, that's the best.
They nailed it.
Shit
Yes.
left right off the fucking page. Like, it seems like they paid the guy who made the suit for Deadpool to come in and make that suit.
Yeah, no, they nailed it.
Nailed
It is
Yes.
amazing. I've yet to see one person that saw it. Like, I saw people say, I kind of would have liked to see, the red on top where his hair was, because it would have been neat, kind of pay homage to the original Wally with his red hair. And that was the only thing I saw, but everybody else was still like, I really love this suit. I really love everything about this suit. And if you kind of look at it, the DC Rebirth, Wally West, the black one, that's what he looks like in the comic book.
Exactly like him.
They nailed this thing down to the tiniest details. Really, 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 really a fan of this outfit.
Have you heard the news?
What news? I think I know what you're about to say.
Oh my God.
Are we talking about
So-
something in the Batman universe news?
There is a rumor right now that at Comic-Con, which is coming up soon, they are going to be announcing Batman, Oracle, and Batwoman are going to be joining the Arrowverse on television.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know what that means?
Dude, I about shit myself.
You know
this
what that
morning.
means? I mean, you go ahead and say it, because I know what you know what that means.
Yeah. We're going to get a Justice League.
Yes.
We're
Or
so
at-
close to a Justice League. We're putting all the
could
pieces
taste
together
it.
for a TV
Characters-
Justice League.
Well, 4 characters from a Justice League. We need Green Lantern, we need Wonder Woman, we need
Aquaman.
Aquaman,
And Cyborg.
And Cyborg.
I mean,
You're 4 characters away. Four characters.
I
mean,
remember.
and realistically, the characters that we've got can be a Justice League. Who cares? I mean, the Justice League has always had members coming in and out. Plus, I mean, we've got a new Superman, we've got Supergirl, and we've got
Yeah.
Martian Manhunter, and we've got Arrow, and we've got Atom, and we've got, like, the list is just getting fucking massive. We've got 2 different versions of the Flash. We're about to have a 3rd one. Like,
I just screamed my pants right now.
No, it's enough moving
Yeah.
parts.
actually, no, we've got 4 different versions of the Flash because we have Barry's dad from the alternate reality.
Yeah, we do.
Now here's so here's the news before everybody trips out. We're going to get this on our page too, but here, let's kind of explain this because we got to set it up. So we know Batwoman and Oracle are almost a done deal from what it looks like.
Yeah.
And now they are in talks with Fox. They're trying to work out an agreement with Fox for a Batman to exist in this universe because Fox does have Gotham currently running on TV, and I'm pretty sure they don't want to lose.
How is that doing?
I don't know. I don't even watch it.
I don't
anymore.
watch it, so that should say something.
I got all the way into season 2, and then I just kind of gave up. I mean, it's just weird.
It's not bad. It's just strange.
Yeah.
You pointed out something to me before we record the show. I'll share it with you. Brandon pointed out. He said it's like they use cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
And,
the time period is not.
But it's supposed to be like kind of 1930s, 1940s Gotham. But
So it's all mixed up.
it's really a weird mix. It's like you're not quite sure what's going on, because how did they have cell phones back then? But and this is when Jim Gordon was a young man. Commissioner Gordon, he's commissioner when we get him in Batman. He's older, he's more established. He's a young detective. This
season 1, it was his first day in the precinct.
Right. And so we kind of get this weird time period. There's a lot of weird stuff that happens in the show, and we're seeing the villains kind of before they really establish themselves. So it's not a bad show. It's
not a great show.
It's just not. I don't know what they're trying to establish.
Potential
here.
could be somewhere else. It could be in CW.
I think the problem with it is that it should just be a procedural cop show, but the whole time during the first season, it just seemed like they were just like throwing names out to try to get people to come watch it. So they were throwing names out from Batman canon, from villains who are supposed to be Batman villains, but for some reason Jim Gordon's putting them away, but they're too old to be Batman villains because Batman is only like 12, but they're too old to be Batman villains, but they're supposed to be Batman villains later, but he's putting them in jail already, but then they're going to get out. I mean, it's just, the whole thing is just fucking confusing.
It's a mess.
It is a mess.
It's a hot mess. And I'm not knocking the show for the fans of it that love it.
No, yeah.
God bless you, but
God bless
I'm just not one of those guys.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, I would rather see a Batman show on TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd rather see Gotham go away and give me a Batman show every week.
I wouldn't even want Gotham to go away. You know what I want? I want them to skip ahead like fucking 15 years and just
give us Batman year one.
Give us Batman on Gotham, and then just tie that storyline into the greater Flareverse using something like using a Flashpoint paradox or using some way of compressing all of the alternate realities down into the same reality together, so that we can have that Batman and that Superman and the Supergirl and Martian Manhunter all existing in the same universe as.
I mean, I can definitely appreciate
characters.
what NBC did with Supergirl, because they were like, I think the crossover episode, which had nothing to do with Flash, but we'll go into that another time. But it was like one of their highest rated episodes.
Well, that crossover episode did have something to do with the Flash.
It did, but it was also confusing because it was a week before he actually had the thing on his chest. It was
but that's the Flash though. It's time travel.
Oh, I know.
It wasn't confusing at all.
Was it? Are you sure?
Yeah, I didn't have any problems.
He ran with it. I
love
kind of
that
followed
fucking
it.
episode.
I'm a little behind. Like I picked my episodes that I wanted to watch of the Flash, but I'm trying to get caught up now. But the thing that gets me about this is that the CW is not done. So the CW's already got Arrow.
Yeah.
They got Flash. They now have Supergirl. They have Legends of Tomorrow. One of their shows is getting ready to go away, and I think in this big story, a lot of people missed this. Vampire Diaries, which was a highly rated show on the CW, is a Friday night show. It's getting ready to go away. Does anybody know what's been talked about being put in place?
I don't know.
Constantine.
That would be nice.
They're talking about bringing Constantine, which just ended its run on NBC, to the CW, and then we would have DC's Magic Con Man himself on the D. Can we just say the CW would be the DC universe?
And he's already been on the show. He's already been Arrow?
Yeah, he was on Arrow. He came in season 4 briefly.
Yeah.
The problem is that actor, once they canceled the other show, he decided to go back and do Broadway. So he was in the middle of a Broadway show when they were trying to get that together and get him on. So instead of him coming on that time and then coming on later during season 4 when he had to go get magic training, they said, oh, he's busy doing something somewhere else in the universe, and you're going to this brand new made-up character who they really should have just made Zatanna.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because, I mean, that would have been amazing. Like, Zatanna just out
And
of
we
nowhere.
know Dr. Fate exists in this universe, right?
Yeah, Dr.
We've
Fate is
established
coming.
that.
He's coming in to Legends of Tomorrow on this new season, and they're actually going to be referencing the Justice Society. So, you know, and then they're also bringing in the daughter of, what was her name? I'm terrible with the names.
Oh, you're talking about the granddaughter for Vixen.
Yeah, Vixen's great granddaughter.
Yeah, it's coming to
something.
Legends of Tomorrow.
It's
She's
coming to
going to be
Legends
on
of
there.
Tomorrow because they couldn't get the original girl who played Vixen to come back and reprise the role, so they're just recasting it. So all of these things could come together pretty easily. DC's known for doing hella reboots and just squishing their universes down together and bringing things like they just did it in the comics. So it would be advantageous of them to put all of these various worlds together into one contiguous universe.
And it looks like Batwoman's going to be part of the... Batwoman would be part of the Supergirl universe. So we're going to get Batwoman on that show.
Yeah, I think Batwoman and Oracle are going to be on that show, and so is probably Batman.
I can see this. Well, we already know we're getting Superman next season.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
he's been casted.
So there's some... This, to me, Comic-Con this year is going to be big. We may need to do a Comic-Con show.
Oh, we're going to do a Comic-Con show.
We may
I
have to
already-
just
I
do a
already knew.
daily... We may do daily shows
Yeah, you may
for
have to do
Comic-Con.
at least more than
Because Comic-Con is... There's so many things that are going to pop off that week that we still got in play. Let's face it. We know Star Wars. There's a big thing coming for them.
In fact, we got some stuff on Star Wars, too.
Yeah, we're going to get into some stuff, but Comic-Con, we may just go with a weekly, just a daily show for Comic-Con, because I think there's this whole CW thing got really interesting today with the casting announcements, and so we're going to see where that plays. Man, before we lose ourselves in this, one more thing coming in comic books. This one here is the greatest damn story to hit. This was the thing that tickled me. I love metal. Okay, I'm an old school metalhead. So when I think of old school metal, I think of the big four. And my big four will always be Anthrax, Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth. That was my big four. Okay, so when I see that one of the big four is about to get a comic book series, you kind of got to know I'm going to lose my damn mind behind that. And this one here was the kind of news that got me. So it looks like Slayer is coming to comic books, and they're in conjunction with the publisher Dark Horse Comics, which did, Sin City and the Hellboy series. So they do a lot of those kind of books. I think this is going to be cool. This is going to be cool. But the thing is, Slayer is getting a comic book, and to make it even cool, it's called Repentless, and it's based on some of their songs. Okay, and it's a 3-issue series. But I was thinking, okay, but that's cool enough. That's great. But it's being written by John Schnepp. And John Schnepp is a former Metalocalypse director and writer. So Metalocalypse was probably Metalhead's favorite show on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
It's just, even if you don't like metal, that show is still amazing.
Brendan Fraser was connected to it. Home Movies, Brendan Fraser was connected to the show. How did you not like it? It was my question I used to ask people.
Mark Hamill was also in it, too.
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Yes. So there was talent that ran through this show, and it's one of their biggest ones, and a lot of fans are still upset that we haven't got another season of it. It's kind of been on a hiatus indefinitely, and there's no word on whether we're getting another season. But to see this, where Slayer is kind of hooking up with Metalocalypse in a way, and with Dark Horse Comics, and they're going to put this comic book out. This was sent to me. Here's how it got announced. One of our super fans of the show, Dylan DeWright, sent me a message today before I came to record. He sent me this story, and he was like, "Hey man, have you seen this?" And it was really cool. And a lot of people write to us. They write to our email. They contact us on Facebook Messenger. So it was kind of cool to get this story from Dylan. But Dylan was super excited. Then I got super excited after he sent it to me. Dylan, thank you, brother, for this story. We are going to track this one, man. I'm probably going to go check with ABC Comics, and I'm going to see if we can't get some pre-orders of this one. I just want to try to get a pre-order so we can read it and then review it on the show. And there are going to be alternate covers, so I will. The collector and me is super excited for this. All right, so What are you saying? We got some Star Wars news. You want to try to get that squeezed in here real quick?
Oh yeah.
You told us about this earlier.
Today, a Star Wars game, more of a demo, like a tech demo, was released for the HTC Vive on Steam. Let's see if I can find that story somewhere in here.
So it's a Star Wars game.
Not necessarily a game. It's more of a tech demo. It's more of a like, here's what we were working on. You can run around, and I think you have to like protect R2D2. It's something that I think happens after one of the films.
Wait, is this the thing where we get to fight with the lightsabers that we were talking about?
You do get to fight with lightsabers in this, but that's a different game.
Okay, so let's go ahead and cover all this. Let's just bust all this Star Wars stuff into one thing. So there's a game that's a tech demo right now that you're telling me on Steam that's Star Wars.
Yeah.
But you also told me that there's work that they're trying to build a virtual reality movie.
Yes.
Yeah. VR
so this
Vader?
is the other story that goes along with it is Lucasfilm is making a virtual reality movie about Darth Vader.
From the ground up virtual reality. It's being made for virtual reality.
And it's being written by David S. Goyer.
Which is where you piqued my interest. Yes. Now, this David S. Goyer is the guy that gave us The Man of Steel and Batman Begins. He's also written several award-winning screenplays. This guy's he's a major player in Hollywood. For him to be connected to this is huge news. Have they said anything other than that? I mean, what are they really saying about this whole thing?
I mean, really, that's all you have to say. It's Vader. I mean, who doesn't love Vader? Who doesn't want to play as Vader in a VR world?
Well, that's the thing is, you're not going to be playing anything. You're going to be watching.
This is just going to be
it's going to be a VR
cinematic film.
Yeah, the tech demo that they released is basically you actually playing as Luke. I think you're protecting R2D2, and it happens.
Oh, okay.
I want to say it happens sometime after the end of Return of the Jedi is when it's supposed to be set in canon.
Okay.
But I could be completely wrong because I haven't actually gotten the chance to jump into it yet. I do have it downloaded. I am probably going to be jumping into it after we get done with this podcast today. But yeah, that's been released today, and it's free. You can go get it on Steam. Just go to Steam VR, the VR section. It's probably one of the top downloaded things right now.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to get into that.
Yeah, we will get into that.
All right, cool. So what else do we got going on, man, for the Star Wars universe? So we got that game. We got the movie being built. There was a game you've been excited about that you were talking to me about, too, for a while that you just picked up for Vive. What was it?
Raw Data.
Raw Data.
Yeah. I haven't got a chance to play it yet. I've been out all weekend, but I just picked it up. It's essentially you standing in the middle of a room, harvesting data out of the server, and while you're harvesting data out of the server, the robots that are made by the company that you've broken into are trying to kill you. So there's drones, and there's just like mandroid robots, and then there's bigger, like more armored robots. You can put down turrets. You can use lightsaber-like katanas. There's all manner of guns, arrows, shotguns, rifles, everything. Like, you just straight up murder robots. That's the whole fucking game.
Like mall cop robots?
No.
Like, these are more like
although that would be fucking hilarious.
These are more like iRobot robots.
Yeah.
They look crazy, like spooky kind of weird robots. And it was pretty cool. I saw it. I was really impressed with it. You know what we need to do? I'm just going to say this. You guys listening, you're the reason we get to do this every week. We want to know something. We want to actually hear this from you. Would you like to see a Twitch stream of us sometimes playing these games? If so, just write in, comment on our page. We want to hear from you guys because we've been talking about doing Twitch streams of this, but I think we got the Vive. We got a way to do it. We probably need to start twitching some of these games.
Probably. So they can laugh at us while we look like a dumbass.
Oh, yeah, man. And see what we're doing.
But it's great.
Everybody can see how dirty my house is.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, you don't got Terry Crews money, but you could probably get a maid money. You got more than Roderick McDaniel money. I can promise you that right now. You got more than Roderick McDaniel money.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because Roderick McDaniel don't have this rig you're running either. So I'm just saying, you got some things going on. Stranger Things. Have you guys watched that yet?
I cannot get enough of that.
I have not gotten a chance.
But that's only saying that because I've only heard it from everyone. I have not watched it yet, though.
Oh my gosh, you guys!
But it's something I will get into.
I promise you. Okay, for me, a guy who grew up in the '80s and watched, the Goonies when it was at the theaters and E.T. at the theater. So for me, the best way my brother described it to me was we were both watching the series. He watched the first episode. I've powered through the series already. He came back to me, and after the first day, he was like, I want to get this right. I want to tell you how he put it together. It was, as he said, it seemed like a mesh of everything that you knew and loved from the 80s. So it was Goonies, E.T., Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and a little bit of Goosebumps.
It's
And he loved it.
somebody. I read this quote earlier. I think it was probably on Reddit. Somebody was quoted as basically saying that this show proves that there is the ability to create nostalgia on a new property, like nostalgia for a genre or
Oh God,
a series or a movie from a specific time period. You can recreate that kind of nostalgia with a new property.
It nails the 80s. These were the movies this was the science fiction that I grew up going to the theaters and watching and loving. And it made me, I had moments when I'm watching this series, all the way down from just the heavy Casio keyboard music that they used for the intros and the credit sequence. It was straight up 80s television. Netflix killed it with this thing.
I completely agree with you there.
Everybody's talking about it, and it's already in the top 25 TV shows.
Yeah. I think it was in position 26 this morning, but it's probably in the top 25 now.
Yeah.
And it's probably just going to keep on rising up because
there's still a lot of people that haven't seen it. I got friends that are coming to it late, so you guys still haven't watched it yet.
I need to watch it.
Yeah.
I want you guys to catch it, and then let's come back and talk about it because, man, I'm telling you right now.
Yes, I would love to talk about that.
I'm about to watch it a second time. I'm not even joking. I watched it once, I finished it, and then I was like, I think I want to watch this again because Ashley, my friend Ashley Hobby, she said it best to me this morning. I already have I'm already missing it. I wish it was still on. So
withdrawal? Really?
She's already going through the withdrawal. She's missing it already, and I'm thinking I'm gonna watch it again.
It's a true addiction right there.
It's great. It was such a great show. Man, it was such a great show. So I'm really enjoying that.
Okay.
This week I gotta start. This week I'm not doing any comedy engagements this week. I'm not hosting. I'm not performing comedy anywhere. So I'm thinking I'm going to spend Wednesday night trying to burn through my library of games. It's ridiculous.
Good luck.
It is ridiculous.
What haven't you played?
I have 15 games on the Vita that I haven't played, and 7 or 8 on my PS4. And I'm talking about still in the wrapper.
I'm getting to you.
Still in
at
the
some
wrapper.
point.
Yeah. I was buying games that I knew I'm buying this game because there's no way I'll ever be able to buy this game in a couple months. It's going to sell out. So I would buy it and put it on my bookshelf. And I did one of the limited run games. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of limited run games. It's a website. And they do limited edition copies of PS4 and Vita games.
Okay.
And they're basically digital versions, like a game like Saturday Morning RPG. They actually do physical copies of those games. I got Lost Sea, which was a pretty awesome little game. It was digital only. They did a small run of this game. I think they only did 2,000 copies for the PS4, and it was on the 4th of July. So you had 2 hours to get in. Like at 9 o'clock in the morning, the game went live. And by 10 o'clock, they were already down to 25% of their 2,000 copies. And they're cheap. They're like, cost me $30 to get a PS4 game. $30. Why are we having... Okay, people don't know what he's doing. I'm talking to you guys about this, and Brandon is playing this freaking me of Terry Crews.
Here it was.
In the PC Master Race. He is assaulting my senses with this.
Here it was, devoted my time to Coach, listening to him, and then I turned my head...
And it's all
and PC Master Race.
That's all I see. The only thing that doesn't make you grouchy is when somebody yells that. Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much.
You are the grouchiest man in America. I promise you. You know what? I found out. I have a thing. There's a guest I want to bring on the show.
Okay.
She is the water to your fire. She is the only person I know that she's the Joker to his Batman.
I think I know who you're talking about, and she actually just followed us on Twitter.
If we're talking about the same wonderful woman that I think it is, we're bringing her on this show.
Who do you think it is?
I'm going to say the always refreshing, always funny Julie Dugdale.
Yep.
That is my homegirl. I'm bringing her on this show. And the reason I'm bringing her on this show is because I've never seen somebody be able to go up to the grouchiest man in the world, push buttons, walk away, and then he's over there. Ah! Ah! This is him.
That's the same exact noise, man. How you got that
He's
down?
like a pterodactyl. When she goes, she just pushes buttons. PCs aren't that great. Ah! It's like, I'm getting her on this show. I just want her to come get you.
And he's going to be that red the whole time. Look at that.
Oh, he's so red in the face just thinking about it.
He's like,
you know what? And I'm not even going to say anything. I'm going to say, Julie, what are your thoughts on PC gaming? And then I'm going to turn my microphone off and watch the fireworks. That's what I'm going to do.
Just unplug it.
People were like,
come
were
back
you
later.
even on that show? I was not.
No.
I asked one question, and I called in to ask my one question, and I let her take it from there. Oh, I'm bringing her in here because you are the. I got to slow you down, man.
I'm gonna sit back and watch. I'm not gonna be in the podcast. I just want to watch that.
Oh man, I'll tell you, guys. Now I know, Brandon. We talked about this 2 shows ago. I think we kind of got into a little bit of Pokemon Go news.
Pokemon Goes.
And I've been gaming pretty hard. A lot of cool stories coming out of Pokemon Go.
I refuse.
Don't go to the Holocaust Museum and look for Pokemon.
Well, yeah, that seems to be the hot thing that happened.
Just don't do it.
The Holocaust Museum is a little upset that they were a Pokemon stop and that you could find Pokemon there. And I don't think they were upset that you could find Pokemon there. They were just upset that the Pokemon were ghastlies.
I mean, I feel like
You can't make that one up. I cannot make that one up. They were ghastlies.
Was that intentional?
That's the thing. Okay, here's my thing. If you're near a body of water, you can find water Pokemon.
Yep.
You're near an electric plant or transformer station, you can find electric Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure that I should have been able to find ghastlies in a large abundance at the Holocaust Museum.
That was an Easter egg. That's probably what that was.
That's a terrible Easter egg. And they are upset. They are wanting to be removed from the game.
Programmer with a hell of a sense of humor.
Yeah.
He's a programmer that's way out of control.
Oh, he's sitting back laughing his ass off.
I wouldn't want to see any clan-shaped ghost Pokemon, at the slavery museum. I can see where they'd be upset. Why do these Pokemon look like Klans member heads? I don't know. Why are they at the Martin Luther King Assassination Museum? Why are these here? I don't want that to happen. I mean, this is one of those things where it's like, I'm not saying we were racially insensitive, but you were probably racially insensitive. Yeah. And it did happen, and they are pretty upset about it.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. Who caught it?
I don't know.
Because if it was a little kid probably was playing and didn't even catch it. I think
it was. There were lots of people just showing up, just staring at their phones. That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like every other video you watch out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just parks and just
every time I go to my car after work every day, there's 4 or 5 people wandering the fuck around in the goddamn out there just looking for Pokemon.
But man, there's so many great stories coming out of it where people are losing weight. We're out there, and let's face it. Lately, the news is chock full of shit stories. We're either
and hate,
police brutality, or brutality against police. Mm-hmm. It's kind of nice to see people actually go out there playing this game in public parks with each other, and regardless of race, color, money, we're hanging out and talking to people, complete strangers, and having a blast with them. I like this about the game. Now, of course,
it's great movement that's happening.
Oh, it is, man. But there are some haters. I've seen people like, if you play Pokemon Go, you need to turn in your man card. I saw this girl that said that, and she's 2 kids with different baby daddies, and I was kind of like, girl, you might need a man that plays Pokemon Go to entertain them children of yours. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, you might want to
just letting you know, right?
Yeah,
now.
Just check yourself, girl.
What's really been good is pet adoption places are getting set up as Pokestops, Pokecenters. And then they're, saying, hey, come by, pick up a dog, walk the dog, do your Pokemon shit.
Yeah, no, and they are
back.
really getting dogs are getting out and they're getting walked and they're helping. And I think there's a lot of cool stuff. We're seeing businesses that are booming because they're Pokestops.
Yeah. Because the owner is just sitting there fucking throwing out, what is it, incense?
The lures. You just tap a
lures.
lure on your place, and that lure goes for 30-something minutes, and people flood to it, and it attracts all these rare Pokemon or just general Pokemon in that area. But here in Austin, I'm from Round Rock, which is basically 20 miles north of here. The Round Rock has the Star Company coffee house. They're about to go 24 hours. They are actually so flooded right now because of downtown Round Rock on any given night can have 300 to 400 people hanging out outside.
Yeah.
Catching Pokemon. Because there are so many lures and Pokestops right up on top of each other. There are like 4 if you stand in the middle of the road or right here on the corners of those roads, you can hit all 4 Pokestops.
Wow.
All 4. So, man, this is it's cool. A lot of cool stuff coming out of it. I'm really excited about it.
I'm gonna see what's happening. What's going to come with too. There's a new update coming out for it soon in there.
They're also allowing businesses now can pay to become a Pokestop because it's bringing in so much business. So that's another way that they're making money. They're making like $100 million a day on this game right now.
Well, here's the thing. There have been more downloads of Pokemon Go than Tinder, which is another app that lets you do swiping too, but you're hunting for something totally different.
Lets you catch Pokemons too?
Well, you can poke moms on there, but you can poke moms on Tinder or catch Pokemon in Pokemon Go. And I'm not quite sure which one is more fun. I mean, I've ridden both. So, it is what it is, boys and girls. Uncle Rod loves both apps.
Both at the same time.
Yeah, that's when you know you're good.
That would be what Tinder needs to do to get back into the game again is match your Tinder matches against the other Pokemon players that are around you.
Oh.
If they could get that GPS data sharing.
Bro, let me tell you something right now.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
I would have a Tinder profile so quick if they were like, you want to be matched with somebody in Mystic, but you roll with Valor? Hell yeah.
Left.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it could get interesting, man. But I'm cool with this, man. Nick, bro,
What?
It's been a pleasure having you on the show, man.
Man, it
did you
has
have
been
fun?
so much fun. I had such a great time.
Good deal, man. Good
And
deal.
I would love to come back.
Oh, well, that's what we always want to hear, man.
Yeah.
We just want to make sure you guys always have fun. Man, it's hard to believe we've run out of time this week.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Can we go? I want to go more.
Oh, man, we do need
know.
to do some more episodes. You got to come back, Nick, and kick it with us. Now, guys, I always do this every week. One, we're here because of you guys, and it's every time that you guys have supported us, you've written us. So we got shouts going out to Joe Nathan, of course, our super fan, Joe Nathan. Dylan DeWright now is in the super fan family. We got Katie Heisenberg, who hit us with that Shield story. We're going to be doing something with Katie in the near future. She's going to be coming on the show. We're trying to work out some stuff with her schedule because she's busy. She's an online gamer, so she's always hard to kind of get booked in here. But we're going to work some stuff out for a Shield episode with her. So we're trying to still iron that out.
And I'm all caught up on Shield, so I'm ready. And the new season's coming, so we got to do it pretty soon.
Yeah, we're going to have to get that going. We may have to talk to her about coming on pretty quickly. But you guys, you can always reach us on our email. If you got questions, you got ideas, we want to hear them. Reach out to us at, is it GoTeamLift at Gmail?
GoTeamLift@gmail.com and at GoTeamLift on Twitter. And I'm at Thiazide, which is THYAZIDE.
Yes, and I'm at Coach Silky on Twitter. At Coach Silky, it's also my Xbox gamer tag. You can find me. And we want to hear from you guys. We love hearing from you guys. A lot of great ideas are coming in from the fans for this show. Our subscribers are growing weekly, and it's because you guys are sharing this show with your friends, and we appreciate everything you do. Nick, we're going to have you back when we get some more stories put together. But, man, it's been a pleasure having you in the studio with us.
Yes, thank you so much. It's been a great time, and, I hope to be back soon.
Nick, should people just contact us on this show if they want to get a hold of you?
Yeah, if they want to get a hold of me, just contact the show, or you can look me up on my gamer tag through Xbox Live. It's Dante Solo 69.
Okay,
Sorry.
see?
Yeah.
I know you don't do the whole. We talked about this before the show that you don't do the whole social media thing. That you're sure it's there, but you don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's there, but I couldn't tell you what they are. I mean, but yeah, you can play with me though. Wait, hold on.
All right.
Yeah.
Nick's on Tinder. All right, guys. This is Roderick McDaniel and
Brandon Bowie.
And man, you've been listening to Team Lift. God bless you. Catch those damn Pokemon. Thanks for listening to the Team Lift podcast with your hosts, Brendan Bowie and Roderick McDaniel. Join us again next week as we discuss more topics from geek culture. Be sure to follow us on our Twitter page @GoTeamLift, as well as our personal pages @Coach Silky and @Thighside. You can direct questions and comments to us on our Twitter page, as well as find links to all of our social media outlets. Thank you for listening. See you again next week.